Hey, welcome to the Occasional Beard for June 2nd, 2020. Wow. All right, um, there's been a bunch of stuff I've wanted to talk about, but that's all kind of getting pushed to the side. Maybe I'll do a couple videos this week about it, but how can I not talk about what happened to George Floyd? Um, I've been processing. I've been doing a lot of processing and thinking, and don't get me wrong, like seeing the video of what happened to that man in Minneapolis, it's just like it didn't take me 5 seconds to go, well, that's murder. It's like, because it was. Um, they killed the man over nothing, and I have no clue. Apparently, he was like the thing they were looking for was a $20 false bill or something, but it's just he died over nothing, and yeah, that I just don't know. Like I am so like okay, I'm tired right now, due to COVID and due to a bunch of things and my depression and stuff. But I can only I am tired, but I can only imagine how tired um, black people must be. I have a friend who I work with, and we've only become friends in the last year and a half. Like, because he didn't work with me before that. Like, it's not like I dissed the guy. Um, we only started working together a year and a half ago, and we were talking a while ago. And he's a black man. One of the he's tall. He's taller than me, a little bit taller than me, but he's one of the nicest, most gentlest people I've ever met. He's really just a nice guy. He's a good Christian man. He's got a couple kids and a wife, and he's just and and about we were talking about white privilege and how like there's certain things that do exist and certain things that don't. And like the fact that I grew up with a mother and a father, that's not white privilege. It's not. It's just because that's not necessarily a white thing. That's the like, you know. And he agreed with me. He's like, yeah. And you go, but the fact that I have never feared for my life while being pulled over by the police. I very rarely get pulled over by the police. Um, I just don't. I don't speed that much, right? Like I do, everyone speeds, but I don't drive recklessly. I don't, but I have never once had a police officer pull up behind me and had the feeling like, okay, like I don't like when police officers come behind me. I don't, right? But it's because I don't want to get a ticket, not because I could possibly be shot. And he was telling me how he had to explain to his son and daughters um, the proper procedure for what to do when talking to police officers or other people to try and avoid getting arrested, getting shot, getting hurt, getting you name it, right? And we live in Canada, right? And like, yes, we're not like there is our racism is not as bad as in the States, but we still have it. We totally do. And the fact that like I'm 6 feet tall and 350 plus pounds. I have been told by most people, like especially by a lot of people that didn't know me and then met me and then got to know me, that I'm intimidating, right? Because of how big I am, because of the way I look. With beard, without beard, all that stuff. You can't see my tattoos, you can't see my tattoos. Doesn't matter. I've been told I'm intimidating. I've never once been questioned by the cops. I've never once been when I got pulled over, it's always been because I'm speeding or I ran a red light or I ran a stop sign. I never ran a red light. But like I don't have any fear in that. That's a privilege because my friend who is like a much gentler person than I am does. He fears for his life, he fears for his safety. And the fact that he has to feel like that even in Canada is ridiculous. And it's not just in his head, it's totally not. And George Floyd, God rest his soul, shows that. The guy was taken out and killed on the street. So what I can say is like, I know not all cops are bad, but man, these ones, there are a bunch of bad ones, and the good ones got to stand up. And I'm not a cop. I'm a guy. I'm a white guy. All I can say is, I'm sorry that this is happening. I'm sorry it's happened. I stand with you. To my black brothers and sisters across the world, I stand with you. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. It shouldn't be happening. It's 2020. This year is so messed up in so many ways. The fact that we're dealing with this kind of stuff still in 2020 is just ridiculous. There's enough stupidity going on in the world. We shouldn't have this anymore, but we do. It's bad. It's racism. Don't judge people because of the way they look. Definitely don't judge them. There was a joke that I once heard by, I believe, Dennis Miller, that said, why judge people on the color of their skin when if you just get to know someone, you really hate them within 5 minutes? Like, you can really just get to know them. You'll hate them for all different reasons. And it's a joke, but it's, why judge someone just because of the way they look? I just don't get it. I've never gotten it. And like, growing up, my best friend was black, and it never was a thought that he was black and I was white. In high school, my best friend was black. It was never a thought. In fact, the joke that I always tell, and I had two friends, one, and they were coming over for a birthday party, and my white friend and me were picking up my black friend. We were gone to get him. And as he was coming out of where he lived, my white friend said to me, he goes, "Oh, you didn't tell me he's black." And I went, I'm sorry, I didn't tell him you were white. Like, is this an issue? And he's like, well, no, it's not an issue, but it didn't even dawn on me. And I'm not saying I'm colorblind. I understand he's black and I'm white. I can tell that. It's just never been a thing, right? Like, I like to judge people by people. I like to get to know people before I judge them. I won't judge you on the color of your skin. I will judge you by how bad you drive. I will judge you by your movie selections. I'll judge you on those things, but I will never judge you because you're a different color than I am. Or if I do, I apologize. I'm sure I have at one point in my life or another, and it's wrong. But yeah, I don't know. It's 2020. We should be past this. So I'm sorry. This needs to stop. That's all I got. You have a good day. God bless.